What's up, guys? It's Rantium here and back in Skyrim. That's right, you guys, and no snap is going to be an awesome freaking day. So guys, welcome back and happy Friday. So today you find me once again in the Shellblade Castle Forges taking a look at the Storm Fist armor. Now this armor is one that I saw there on Bethesda.net, and it looked kind of interesting because one of my favorite armors in the game is actually the one that I'm wearing right now. The regular vanilla steel plate armor has such a refined and awesome look to it, and it's always been one of my favorite armors to wear. That tends to be why I actually wear it in the beginning of like every single one of my showcases. But this one looked like it had a little bit of the storm, or a little bit of the steel plate armor inside of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at where you can find this inside of the forge. You can find it down in, of all places, in the steel section. Now keep in mind you do need the ability to smith steel. But if we go ahead and take a look, the Stormfist armor, boots, gauntlets, and helmet look exactly like the regular steel plate armor as their little symbols inside of the forge. But when you put them on, it's a bit of a different story. So the armor cuirass costs 1 iron ingot, 3 steel ingots, 3 leather strips, and 1 corundum ingot. The Stormfist boots require 2 steel ingots, 1 corundum ingot, 2 leather strips, and 1 iron ingot. The gauntlets cost 1 corundum ingot, 2 steel ingots, 2 leather strips, and 1 iron ingot. And finally, the helmet costs 1 iron ingot, 2 steel ingots, 2 leather strips, and corundum ingot. Now, the interesting part about this armor is it's the steel plate armor, but it's also part ebony armor as well. And the fact that you get kind of the visual of ebony armor without actually having to spend any ebony ingots, it's kind of an interesting thing. Now, I have the armor inside of my inventory, so we can go ahead and see if we can actually temper it at the workbench. And we can go ahead and take a look. You can indeed. So, with the heavy chest going from 43 to 64 with 1 corundum ingot, with the boots going from 15 to 26 with another corundum ingot, the gauntlets going from 15 to 26 with another corundum ingot, and then the helmet going from 21 to 31 with yet another corundum ingot. So all in all, a fairly inexpensive armor, honestly, when it just costs iron, steel, leather strips, a little bit of leather, and some corundum ingots. I think that's honestly pretty good. But let's actually take a look at what the armor looks like on an armor mannequin. And so here you can see exactly what I was talking about with this armor. You can really see that it's got the steel plate armor in there, but it is a mishmash of a whole bunch of different armors within Skyrim, and I can kind of dig it. Now, it does say in the mod description that this is something that you would normally see maybe like a Stormcloak officer wear, and I couldn't agree more, especially with the bear helmet, as well as, you know, the steel and the iron and the furs and everything like that. It definitely gives me the Stormcloak vibe. But let's go ahead and try and break down exactly what this armor is made up of, because there's, I think, 5 different armors inside of this. So obviously, at the helmet, we have the Stormcloak officer's helmet fused with the, I want to say, maybe the Jagged Crown, and then a steel plate helmet. But then as we come down, we have ourselves an ebony pauldron on your shoulder, with an ebony chest plate superimposed over looks to be maybe a steel plate and or banded steel plate armor. And then we also have some orcish in here as well. If I'm not mistaken, the crotch plate right there is orcish. This gauntlet right here is a little bit orcish. And then I think the shoulders are orcish as well. I could be wrong about that, but looks like we have some leather wraps here on this one hand, which is really kind of interesting. And then we have just this really cool looking glove. Got some, plate steel right there, and then some ebony on this side. And then finally you have the 2 mismatched boots and the mismatched gauntlets. I honestly think it looks kind of cool. I want to say it would be like a mercenary Stormcloak captain who just takes pieces of armor from his foes and slaps them on himself. I think that would be kind of a cool way to think about this. I do like this thing at the back, kind of a neat symbol. Not the most high-resolution textures on this armor, but altogether it's an interesting-looking armor, and I think it adds a little bit of spice to your character. Would I necessarily use it? Probably not, but I think it would actually look really cool on an armor mannequin inside of a place like Shellblade Castle, or hell, even in any of the other homes that I've showcased. Plus, I like having the claws right here. Maybe that isn't the orcish gauntlets. I feel like that might actually be the wolf armor. I'm not sure. But all in all, let me know what you guys are thinking down there in the comment section. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Would you use this armor? And are you kind of in the same mindset that I am, where you find a mercenary captain who just takes parts of his foe's armor and slaps them onto himself and wears them as a trophy? Kind of a cool way to think about that. But let me know what you're thinking down there in the comment section. So until next time, Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next showcase.